Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play SimCity 4 with me, EP-42. So in our last video, we built the hell out of Garbage Land. We're looking at 268,000 Sims, 116,000 commercial jobs, and 4,000 industrial jobs. Our goal has been to migrate those industrial jobs to the LC, which is good. I did some cross-referencing off camera and I found that the LC has some demand that we're going to exhaust, and it turns out that Garbage Land is exporting all its garbage already. So that's great. I also looked at how our demand's spreading out, and we have like an unbelievably massive amount of demand for high wealth Sims and high wealth commercial. So we're doing something right. It's going to get harder and harder for us to grow Garbage Land, or Ricky's used shit, without consuming these huge amounts of demand. But we're gonna do our best. So we're making a killer profit here. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjust the taxes down. This is something you guys haven't seen me do a lot of, but what I'm hoping to do is encourage more growth, right, with more demand. And I want to show you guys something that I think is kind of funny. If you look at traffic here, where's our biggest traffic problem? Home. I thought it was funny. I mean, maybe you don't find that funny, maybe you think it's silly, but I thought it was pretty funny that we experimented trying to get a little bit more value, and we ended up just messing it up. Alright, sorry for the little interruption. My lovely partner gave me a phone call. She needs a ride home, so I was just figuring that out with her. Yeah. There we go. So we're back here. We're gonna zone some industrial. See if we can't curb out that demand, and, you know, I probably will come here off camera between this video and the next video and make a profit, just because we're starting to run out of money. So that we don't run out of money. So yeah, I don't need to say that anymore. All right. So we'll build ourselves a nice little region here, and hopefully EP-42 will find some insightful commentary to add. Alright. Check out some water. Aha! We built the water the smart way this time. Look at that. How good am I? I'm pretty good. And then I get a text message. Alright, so we will fill up these areas, and then, since high-tech industry is kind of finicky, we're gonna build some parks. Just little green guys. Just in the interest of keeping everybody desirable and happy. Right? I don't think we're gonna need more than that. If we are, we'll build it, but for now, I think that's probably gonna be good. And just so that power crosses over. Adjust the water slider, and let's see if that will grow for us. Never can quite get that right. Alright, let's try that. There we go. That's some growth. So she's gonna yell at me about simoleon levels. That can't be all the demand. Traffic may become a variable in this city, stopping it from doing any growth whatsoever. I'm not sure. Or, you know, it just may be time. I happen to think we're gonna have plenty of high-tech industrial jobs here. Like, I think we're probably pretty close to gonna be filling up the map with it. based off of this demand alone, but I'm gonna let it go because I want to know capacity is 90%. Yeah, we're gonna be in need of power pretty quick here. Still plenty of demand. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pause the video, let the region run. So you can see that's one. I mean, however they figure pharmaceuticals or industrial abandoned due to low demand. What the hell? I'm gonna let the region go just so that we can get into profitability. I won't zone anymore. There'll be probably these zones will prop up while we're waiting, and then I'll come back when we have money. Then we can. All right. Sorry about the interruption, guys. Hopefully it wasn't too abrupt. I know that I kind of just slammed the video shut while I was talking to you, but anyway. So one of the things I noticed while I was off camera, and I changed it, and I wish I hadn't, but I did, is I noticed that there was like substantial garbage buildup in the city. We can't see it now, unfortunately, but because we weren't actually moving the garbage anywhere, it was just piling up, and that was actually losing us jobs consistently. So I went from I don't remember what it was before the video, but we're now at 10,000 profit, exporting all our garbage. We'll have to find a place for that garbage to go, because we don't want it to go to garbage land. And the other thing I did, which I wish I hadn't done, was there was a connection right here, and it was causing all the traffic to build up right here and create a huge problem. So what I did is I fixed that, just by deleting one plot. That's all I did. And now you can see, if you feel like it, just what a busy highway in SimCity looks like. And you can see if I turn on our traffic, that our highway is getting some serious road access. And that means like it's a good thing we have that highway there, because that road access would otherwise be located on like avenues or streets and causing our freight trips to take extra long times and things like that. Anyway, so I got us up to 640,000 simoleons so we could finish off this square. I didn't want off camera anything else because that's not really my style. I'd rather put in an optional video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And actually, before I do this, sorry, I wanted to place down some parks because I wanted to try to boost up some of the desirability. These guys aren't doing so good, and it says low demand, but I know it's not low demand. So I'm gonna try to force them to grow by just making like a massive parked area along here. Because this area will just work better for us than those one pops. And I want to see if yeah, there you go. Strange because we have a ton of parkage there, but just this really bothers me. I really don't like that. And the building's darken out. Anyway, so we'll go back. We still have a ton of industrial demand, and in this city we're going to be able to really miser value out of taxation. Because high-tech industry tends to pay, like high-density commercial, tends to pay quite a bit of taxes. And that's for different reasons. In commercial zones, it does that because... Maybe I'll stagger the intersection? Yeah, that seems to be okay. In high-density commercial, it does it because there's substantially more workers, and taxes in this game are paid by, tracked by that. And then for industry, I think they just pay like a grosser volume per square of tax, or something along those lines. So I'm gonna put that down, let it grow, and hopefully it'll continue to do so. We got some parks to put down to make the places a little bit more desirable. Oh, we have water problems. Well, I don't feel like dealing with that, so let's just turn it way up. Export more garbage. Press play. You even have a fire station here? Oh, I do. I could probably use one more though. It's rare for high-tech industry to light on fire. That being the first time I've ever seen that happen. And with high-tech industry, sometimes you have to destroy old buildings because they just won't grow. Is that all of it? No, there's still demand. It just doesn't want to grow. So like I said, it may be that the freight trips are too long. And traffic might become just too much of a problem. However, I'm not sure. No garbage. Air pollution? Lots of air pollution. And I don't think I could solve that air pollution with city ordinances, hey? No clean air, no carpool shuttle, no incentive. Yeah, it doesn't... See, these just tell you that because nobody lives here, it doesn't affect anybody. Which is just a little too sad, unfortunately. However, we are making a lot of money, so... maybe we should try to cure that with the pots. So, air pollution is an issue. Not a particularly easy one to solve in SimCity. But building green spaces counters air pollution. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to use green spaces to do just that. And the hope is they're expensive to maintain, but we have the money to do so. So let's see if we can't bring that air pollution down a bit. See? Oh, damn. I have a feeling that that's the big culprit for us. Oh, I'm stupid. Boy gee howdy, is that fun. So those didn't grow because of water. And here I am building 1.5 million parks thinking, oh, I wonder if it's there. Always make sure your building has access to the basic services. And then it'll grow. I feel kind of stupid. Come on, there we go. There we go. Now, I think this demand is going to be... I mean, it says 4,000, but it's going to be pretty hard to take down. So, unfortunately, high-tech industry being, you know, via the nature of a highly desirable type of industry, it grows much slower than you'll be used to if you're watching these videos. Even on cheetah speed, it tends to grow quite slowly. And so, I am going to continue to do this. So, we're getting errors from our plants. I also built another power plant. I built a natural gas plant. And it's not quite time to replace these boys yet. That type of power is so cheap. And I am going to switch over just because pollution will become a factor. And it's not a factor that I particularly want to have to solve, so we'll just let it grow. And I mean, this is going to be how this city works. We will eventually have the whole city just maxed out on high-tech industry. And if I have to build parks all in here to try to mitigate some of the air pollution, I will. But it's pretty bad. Look at these stupid-ass coal plants. Alright. Let's go ahead and let's fill up this area here. Alright, sorry about the disjointed feel of this video, guys. I didn't I didn't sort of do what I normally do, which is get everything handled before I start recording, so this video is gonna feel a little like, a little jakey, a little start, go, stop, go, start, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so let's, I'm gonna leave the speed going while I build the roads. 1, 2. So that update, or that tooltip pop-up, is probably relative to our plant being old. And you can see here it's aged, producing substantially less power. These little guys don't produce very much, unfortunately. And you can't just destroy it, sadly. Eventually we'll unlock hydrogen, which has no risk of fire and generates a lot of power. And so, let's take a look and see what we need here. 92% capacity used. I might as well just build a new power plant. Yeah, that gets me down to 89, which is acceptable. And our demand, we still got tons, so build a build. This is gonna have some really good effects. And it... Tooltip pop-ups are so annoying. Just make sure that's connected there because, you know, a herb. And one ways, we are going to need a new power plant pretty quick. So I'm going to pause that up now that we've sort of made all the money we need to make. Put down some natural gas. 1, 2. Important to note that I didn't know before is that power plants do produce garbage. Not 100% sure how accurate that actually is, but important to know within the context of SimCity because garbage will destroy your growth pretty handily. Lost the sneeze. Too bad. Alright. So I'm going to keep building. Just like so. And once I hit play, we're probably going to run out of water. But we'll let it grow and just adjust what we need to adjust. Ignore that Sim Scout Office advantages. That's not something we need to worry about. Traffic is going to become a constant issue for this city. Not particularly something we can deal with mass transit, as we saw in our last city. Freight train systems just does not work in the base game, and we still have a pretty hefty amount of industrial. But if you look, we've gone from like this little bit of medium to all the way to the top, which is a really, really good thing. Really, really good thing. At this tax rate, I think we probably can build the whole city's worth of high-tech industrial before we ever have to worry about anything. Just make sure, yeah, it looks like water's pretty good. Something to keep in mind is that when you are importing water like this, we are going to have to eventually account for that in providing Rickies with more additional water. We done growing? Oh, a little bit more. You can see by how much money we're making just how profitable these high-tech cities can be. Boom! We got a hydrogen plant at the same time as one of our plants lights on fire. That's pretty convenient. So, I will dispatch the fire trucks, and then we will build the hydrogen power plants. Costs a lot. But you can see, I mean, this produces like 50,000 megawatts. I don't even know if our total grid has that much, but it also costs like a ton of money. So, and it's 1 square bigger. Alrighty, there you go. There you go. That's my very best French accent, as I am not French. I am an Anglophile, as we say in Canada. That's a little Mickey Mouse, but it doesn't really need that much road access. In fact, it probably doesn't really need road access, aside from, like, the basic. Oh, there you go. All that profitability just went in the toilet. But, to give you a show, 60%, no problemo, huh? What I want to do is I want to place a overpass. Where is it? There we go. And it doesn't want to go, so I'm going to delete him, and him, and him, and place it there. The time for figuring that out is oh, really? Such a pain in the ass. Let me guess, yeah, I can't work that way, right? Well, that's really annoying. Grrr. So it looks like we're gonna have to go like that. That'll be a nightmare, but I just can't be bothered. We've got city to build. City. All right, we'll build it out to there, and then one of the advantages of the other way we were building was that you could. This area here was less wasted space, and the disadvantage being that it sucked and didn't work. Some people really love their. Yeah, I'm not building that shit. Some people really love their diagonal zones, and I'm not one of them. I just find it like this is just a huge pain in the ass. But some people like their cities to look, you know, less boxy, and more like, I don't know, city-esque. Not a word. That's not me. I like my cities to look boxy. Well, not deliberately so, but I mean, I like my cities to be functional over looking beautiful. And you know, and some people, they like to build, you know, really beautiful cities, and it just adds another layer, another thing you have to consider. And I mean, I think that's fine. I'm not going to say it's bad. You know, I'm sure some people think that looking beautiful is as much part of SimCity as being successful. I like, you know, to have a functioning regional economy and be able to show you what you need to replicate and all that kind of stuff. And I think beautification would just get in the way of that. Maybe? Hard to know for sure. Let's let that grow. We're gonna have to work to pay for our power plant, but that power plant will give us enough power to run this whole zone, if not more. And we can also build these to export later on, since they have so much power generation that they could probably power a whole residential city. And here I'm just gonna finish it up, because I mean I think we have the demand. In fact, I know we do. Oh, getting ahead of myself. And I do try to force traffic to go one direction with the one-ways. For it to really work, there has to be no connection at all to the area you don't want the traffic to be. So, you know, if you wanted to split the traffic in the donut up, you would need to sever the connection here, 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 and here, and then all of the traffic to the left-hand side of the mouse would be going there, and all the right-hand traffic would be coming down here. That's the way you could the way you could manage it forcibly. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to work a little harder. Like I said, high-tech industry tends to grow a little bit slower than anything else. Similar to manufacturing, manufacturing doesn't like to grow instantaneously like dirty industrial does. Dirty industrial tends to just be like, boom, you know, and explode. Still not really making a profit, but there was a reason I went up to this high of a profit, because I wanted a buffer, and there you go. Still tons and tons of demand. I almost think we probably have 2 city plots full of demand. If we build another one of these cities here, I will be not off camera, but I'll put it in an optional video, so that if you want to watch and you want to listen to me tell you what's going on, you can. If you don't, you know, no problem. So just import the last little bit of water we need. And I'm not quite ready to jump yet. I do want to consume that last little bit of demand, so later on we may have to miser down to get this profitable, so we can just let it run. But it looks like all the zones are pretty much getting filled up. So our goal is about 50,000. I don't know if we'll get there. But I hope we will. And you can see, I have every plot zoned off that I can. And we still aren't even close to competing with the number of jobs that commercial is able to provide for our city in Ricky's. That's just, you know, something to keep in mind. One of the reasons why I'm a big fan of the industry doubler mod, which essentially just doubles the amount of jobs industry can produce, is it addresses some of the concerns that would make it feel like a bit of a cheating mod, which is that it doesn't just double the jobs, it increases how much everything requires. So, you know, these plots all require water, and they require power and garbage, all those kinds of things. The mod fixes that by increasing the value by the required value. Oh, there you go. That looks like that's all our demand. Just went nowhere. Okay, good stuff. Alright, so let's take a look and see what kind of job generation we have. And then we'll go, and I think we'll let the growth happen. 42,575. So we are going to get the requirement of jobs. So we'll go to Ricky's, and we'll load up the RCI demand indicator, and hit play and pause as soon as they populate. So there you go. You can see demand for high tech gone. A little bit of demand for here, huge demand for there. So now I'm going to let you watch the growth that happens as a result. It might not be too apparent, but I'm hoping it's pretty good. We are getting some nice giant... These guys are a little bit better than these guys. So medium wealth. Oh, we need water. Alright, well, that's possible. These guys are being abandoned, which is fine. So, it is time... Oh, Jesus. That's not what I wanted. Oh, that's convenient. Big water pump. Check it out. Just clicker stop. Still not connected, hey? Power? No? Pipes? There we go. Sometimes you need to repipe these into the network. There we go. Now we got water. Alright. And we did get some abandonment, but that's okay. So we'll hit play, let it run, and take a look at what we need to address. So I'll probably looks like we can build a new neighborhood. I'm probably gonna go ahead and say that I'm gonna call that video complete. We have 270,000 Sims here and a whole bunch of new jobs. The next episode, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be dealing with these guys here, with inserting commercial zones in there, fixing that problem, and then we'll probably get to the point where we can fill in the last little bit of unzoned territory here, and start moving towards our goal of completing this map. And hopefully we'll be able to get to 400,000 Sims, but I'm not sure. We're going to have to work pretty hard to do that. So thanks for joining me in Let's Play SimCity 4 with me, X2X, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.